Their second superpower is like loyalty. Man, your ride or die friends, they are the people who show up with snacks, tissues, a plan. You lost your job, they've already sent your resume to 3 contacts that they know of, ordered your favorite takeout, and they're just those like built-in emotional paramedics. Like and the last one, they're your verbal hype machines. Twos are those walking voice memos of, you got this. Need a pep talk before a big meeting? They will verbally carry you across the finish line like the emotional Olympians that they are. Yes, amen. Snaps. Snaps for our twos. So in our Enneagram chart, in growth in the top levels of the healthy two, their arrow goes to a type 4. So if you remember that little diagram that looks like a bad thing, every type has the 2 arrows, right? Which points to a different number. Type 2 goes to type 4 and type 8, that's in a minute. But first, let's talk about the type 4 when they are in healthy and in growth, and they're really truly finding their essence and their authentic self. So when a type 2 really starts doing their work, like therapy, journaling, or a little bit of crying at Trader Joe's to the cash register, you know those guys. They come from a place of overflow and not obligation. Okay. They begin to ask themselves some revolutionary questions like, do I want to do this? Okay. Or am I abandoning myself right now? Or they ask themselves, is this my problem? Okay. So they begin to show up for themselves first without guilt at all. And when they remain healthy by learning to recognize and accept all of their feelings without censoring them, like a healthy type 4. So twos in growth, they don't stop caring. They'll still show up with the lasagna if you're sick or something, but they just stop bleeding themselves dry. They set boundaries, they protect their energy, and they stop overfunctioning and start feeling, which is kind of ironic. Being the big feelers, it's more about other people that they feel for versus their own. So they have, like I just said, a heightened sensitivity to people's emotions. And like a type 4, they have these like super sensitive antenna picking up all of the changes, the ups and downs of the emotions of the room and the people in it, all of that. But when they learn to do this with their own emotions, this is where they emerge into the healthier levels of themselves and find their true essence. And a healthy 2 gives without agenda. They serve from overflow, not obligation. And it's really, really stunning to see that. And like I said earlier, this is where I have a soft spot for the type 2 because as a type 8 myself, 2s represent my healthy levels. Stay tuned for the type 8 episode, which, yeah. So they represent my healthy levels connecting, which is basically represents my inner child whose innocence was once robbed in one way or another. So let's be honest, I would die for a type 2. I would. I'm sorry. But moving on, the healthy 2s know how to maintain good boundaries. So they can continue to be generous and loving and the helpful friend or spouse that they naturally are. They are in tune with their energy levels and they have a clear sense of their own motivations as well. Are they wanting to say yes to pet sitting for a week because of the brownie points and appreciation they'll get in return? Or do they say yes without expectations because their confidence and self-esteem is no longer tied to what they get in return from others? That's a good question. They are able to distinguish their own needs from the needs of others and maintain that healthy balance of the two. They also gain access to their own creativity. Think like dancing, poetry, painting, really cute kittens, or whatever just gives voice to their emotions. And they stop trying to be everything for everything and start becoming everything for themselves. Yes, I said that. And the healthy 2, they stay in tune with their emotions and are not as easily swayed by the positive or the negative responses from others. So, for example, if you're type 2, if you walk into work and you greet your coworker in the morning and they reciprocated but really didn't give eye contact or their tone sounded a little off, the type 2, they're not going to spiral into emotional despair wondering if that coworker is mad at them and now they should buy them lunch just in case. They have enough self-esteem and self-nurturance not to take the reactions of others personally or as a referendum on their own value.